So when it comes to 3D printing, I always like to use Polymaker, and especially their new Panchroma filaments. They are amazing, and I still don't understand why not more people are using Panchroma from Polymaker. It's the best filament, having also a lot of colors. Look at how beautiful that looks like. My gosh, I know, Zach, I don't know where he is, he just left, and I thought, like, why not making a little advertisement of Polymaker? Go to polymaker.com and get your Panchroma or many other amazing filaments from Polymaker. I know, this sounds a little bit sketchy, but trust me, if you are looking for some filaments, don't look any further. Just head out to polymaker.com or maybe Panchroma. Oh, let's head over to that. Let's copy one of your amazing schools and say hi from Polyfilm. Hey, this is Zachary from Zachary 3D Prints here on Saturday afternoon. Yeah, I know it's a little bit different than usual because there is some huge 3D printer standing next to me, and I mean, I don't mind. It's a beautiful printer. Last couple of streams, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I used those streams in order to build the Prusa Core 1 assembly kit. It's not hard. It's straightforward, but you have to think less complicated, I guess. Anyways, so yesterday I ended the stream at 3:15 a.m. in the morning. So basically halfway the night, my time. I know if it is just 6 hours earlier than my time, then it would be somewhere on the East Coast, like, you know, just over 9 o'clock p.m. in the evening, or even 6 o'clock on the West Coast. Anyways, so like promised, I said that I would do the belt tensioning and the calibration, and also switching on the Prusa Core 1 for its very first time. So sneaky as I was, I really wanted to off camera do something, and I think they noticed it. So one of the things that you need to do is tensioning the belts, and I tensioned the belts pretty well. There was a certain, tension on it. I was like, yeah, this is legit. But the thing was, if you pull the gantry, so the x-axis all the way to the front on the y-axis, both sides needs to attach to must hit the block that's all the way in the front where the belt tensioners are. So I did that, and of course I had an obstacle on the right side, but not on the left side. On the left side I could put a finger in between. Now if you saw stream number 2 of the Prusa Core 1 build, you saw that the brackets were not pretty straight. They were like off. Now in order to make them straight, you are going to the Prusa website and adjusting the belt tension Core 1 kit. Well, if you click on it, this page, at a certain point it says like ensure the stepper motors are disabled. Well, this is from standpoint like, hey, you notice that the belts are not on tension or not tensioned well enough, then go and make sure that everything is to spec. Well, by one hand, so step 2, by one hand, move the extruder to the frontmost y-axis position, so all the way to the front.
and to the center of the x-axis. Well, basically I have it like that. Step 3 says press the gantry corner against the front of the core XY. Make sure there is no play. Do this procedure with on both sides. If there is any play on either side, perfect alignment is not achieved yet. Now, how would you approach something like this? Step 4. Loosen both belt tensioner bolts. So on these two sides you have to make sure that there is no tension on the belts, because if you are going to pull something, you are going to actually damage the printer. And I have the example here. There's so much tension on the belts that if you are going to try to press the other side, and I used one of those blocks on the other side because I tried to do it by hand, you know, and then, you know, but there is so much tension on the belts that I ripped this thing apart. So step 1, loosen the belts a little bit, not all the way, just a little bit. And then if you are going to pull on one of the sides to make the whole x-axis gantry straight, make sure that there is no tension on the belts. And make sure slightly loosen both belt tensioner bolts. Loosen the bolts on the corner with the play less than the other. So then you have here an image with, of course, the two tensioners. Very nice. And so if you are going to put the gantry in the middle and you put it on the front, you need to hear that they both hit the tensioner blocks at the same time. Okay. So so there is something called repeat steps 3 and 4 until the perfect alignment is reached. Don't worry if the belt is loose at this stage. Okay, I see what is happening here. So, to the front. Hey Guido, how are you doing? So just like with if you ever built a foreign core XY, you have to do this procedure several times in order to ensure yourself that to the front you hear it. If you hear only one side, so that is nice. So now we are going to do some belt tuning, and in order to do that, so adjusting the belt, ensure the stepper motors are disabled. Yes, this can be done below, I don't care. By hand, move the extruder to the rearmost. It is basically the same steps that you have done before. On the left and the right hand side, strum the belts in the middle. Place the device next to the belt tuning. So I need to download the Prusa app. I think I have the Prusa app. So I need to download the Prusa app. Okay. So I hope that this Prusa app does have the guitar tuner. So I need to check which menu menu let's see, bell tuner. Yeah, bell tuner, core 1. So this is the bell tuner. Hey, right, how are you doing? So all the way to the back, and then that off, starts listening. Yeah. Belt is too loose. And it needs to be... It doesn't say that? Okay. The frequency is between the 80 and 90 hertz. Ideal value is 85. great. Yeah, so the thing is, with Core XY belts, if you are tensioning one side and you are going to tension the other side, you have to retension this one as well. So with a Core XY system, everything is connected through the gantry where the hot end is installed to. So if you are going to tension one side, you also need to tension the other side, because when the right side is pulling, it's pulling on the gantry to the right. So on the other side, tension is also going to be on that belt as well. So what I suggest to do is move the gantry sometimes left and right in order to make sure that everywhere over the two belt paths, so A, B belt drives, or belt path, that's all equal. So if you're tensioning one side, that the other one is also sounding equal. So the strumming sound frequency is typically between the 80 and 90 Hertz, with an ideal value of 85. Adjust the belts by tightening or loosening the belt tensioner screws. A tighter bolt causes a higher frequency and vice versa. This is fundamental for belts to have an ideally the same frequency, or at most small difference up to 3 Hertz. So if you listen to both of them, they sound good. So that part is now done. So the belts are on tension. And if I move now the gantry to the front, good. To the back, good. So now that part is done. Then we are going to continue. We are going to put the build plate in here. It's a very nice. I hope people can see this. We are going to take the tools out. Yeah, if you're building something like this, paper towels, or like we call them here in the Netherlands, keukenpapier. It's very handy. It keeps the build plate clean and also scratch proof. So we have here the normal standard sheet. I'm planning to order several other sheets as well, because I'm not only printing on PLA or with PLA, but also PETG, ABS, and many other variants. So we have the build plate, and we have to look at how the orientation is. We have here two cutouts, as you can see. So we are going to put them in and make sure that both of the cutouts where it's like that the screw is right there. And then you are dropping it. Then we are going to take this stick. I assume that inside of the controller board or in the display or on the controller board, there are still some internal memory in order to send prints over. Because if you know the channel a little bit, I like to set my files over through the network, and that it will sit inside of the controller board or on the display. Next step, we are going to connect it. Yeah. So hey Lianne, how are you doing? So now we have switched it on. We're like, now we wait. So let's see. So English. This is also touchscreen. Yeah, so it doesn't ask for a new firmware. Probably that will be done a little bit later. Printer type, Core 1 printhead. 0.4. It's normal high flow, silicon stock, everything is normal. So that's good. Chamber filtration, none at this moment. So this is done. So I'm going to connect it. So I'm clicking within the app from Prusa. I'm clicking on add. Printer wizard. It's not yet connected. Core 1. So now I'm going to send over the Wi-Fi. So I noticed this printer later. Scan network. So add, it's connected, Prusa Core 1. So the Prusa connect. Finish. So run self-test and calibration now. Yes. Yes. And see, now I got a second printer connected. I know that the Prusa Mini has also the possibility to connect, but I will do that a little bit later. So calibrate. Is the chamber door closed? If not, please close it and confirm yes. So this is the door sensor setup. So I need to turn the table a little bit. So if I press it, I would hear the click, and so now Yes. Now fully open the door and confirm that it is open. Continue. Grab the door in the middle. Place your fingers behind it. So this is basically too far. So it needs to be so. I don't hear the clicking sound. MJ, how are you doing? Oh my gosh. So open the door, tightening the screw by about a quarter turn. Then close the door and confirm. So open the door and tighten the tensioning screw by a quarter turn. So, quarter turn. Continue. Yeah, what does he want me to do? Opening the door, tightening the screw by a quarter turn, and then close the door and confirm. Yeah, I'm doing that all the time. So repeat the procedure until the door sensor is correctly adjusted, meaning it switches at a hand gap distance. Once the sensor is properly calibrated, you should hear a audible click from the door sensor area when it is opening and closing the door. So if I do this, Tippy tippy tee. Tiki 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 tiki. It is not the sturdiest table. Hey Andre, how are you doing? During the test, the heat bed and the extruder will move in full range. The printer may vibrate and then noisier during homing. Now the load cell sensor. This is always the part with the load cell that can go wrong. Yeah, it says tap. Yeah, well, for me, this is a tap, so close the door, prevent air drafts. No, I'm doing fine. Just like mentioned, if you are going to assemble a Prusa Core 1 kit and you come to the point to do the belt tensioning and calibrating, please make sure to loosen the belts, because if the gantry, the x-axis, so it's not fully to the front side, and there is a gap you need to press. With belts on tension, you can damage parts. So this morning I have downloaded the correct files, and I printed on the on the Bubble P1S, because I had loaded up some Polymaker PET-G filaments. And so, yeah, I'm using an app for the Prusa one. Very convenient. And now people say like, yeah, but you don't want to use the Bamboo Handy app from a Chinese company. I don't want to sound very discriminating, but Prusa has a whole thing about their security and features. So yeah, the gearbox calibration is only necessary for user assembled or service gearboxes. In all other cases you can skip this step. Well, I did assemble it, so I need to do this. Before you proceed, make sure filament is unloaded from the extruder. Yes. Rotate each screw counterclockwise, so loosen them with a 1.5 turns. The screw head should flush with the cover. Unlock and open the idler. So a full turn and a half, a full turn and a half, a full turn and a half, something like that, and then like that. Yeah. Good thing they have files. Yeah. Tighten the M3 screws firmly in the correct order. They should slightly below the surface. Do not over tighten. Yes. Close the idler door and secure it with the swivel. The calibration is done. Yes. Filament sensor calibration. We need to start without the filament in the extruder. Please make sure there is no filament in the filament sensor. Continue. Is the filament in the filament sensor? No. You have the tendency to click on yes, no, no, there is no filament in the sensor. You hear me? Exactly. No. I had that with the Mark IV or Mark 3, Mark 3S. I was like, why are we keep rotating around the thing all the time? I was doing the wrong thing. Insert filament into the extruder until the sensor detects filament. Well, we know that the filament sensor sits right here on this side. So I'm not really sure if I have to load a full spool of filament for that. But let's grab a spool of some gorgeous filament from Prusa. And I think the printer is also going to ask which kind of filament you have loaded. So it says filament inserted. Now, I'm not really sure how it works on the inside, even though I assembled it. The filament sensor is sitting here on this side. I push it all the way through, but now since it reached the extruder, now it says like, hey, filament. Calibrating. Do not remove. Remove filament to finish. My God, what do you want? Happy printing. What? Don't I need to take it all the way out? So is there a sensor here and also in the bracket? Yeah, so yeah, so there are some upgrades that I'm going to buy for the Prusa Core 1. So the camera and the multi-material unit, the MMU, so that I'm able to print multiple colors. I will add a box on top of it, so this fancy light that you see right there is going to be replaced or placed somewhere else, somewhere still in frame, you know. So I'm going to push the filament all the way through. Oh wait, we have a light, huh? Settings. Yeah, so just what I thought. There are two sensors in here. One is sitting on the side. That one is called the filament sensing. No, sorry. Side filament sensor. So the filament sensor that is sitting there. And then we have the tool head filament sensor as well. So as soon as the filament goes through the top of the extruder, then it says like, hey, filament is being loaded. Oh, pff, I thought like, why is the bamboo coming into action? So, it is pet G filament. And the thing now is, if I'm opening the door, the printer will stop. But oh my gosh, what a sexy printer this is. Funny part is, I see the door of the Core 1 on the assembly instruction, and I'm looking to the door here, and then I see the word Core 1 in normal writing instead of mirror image. So one of the other things that I'm going to do is taking some lubrication, put them when the bed is all the way to the bottom, just putting a little dab on each side, what is easier to reach, and then now perch more. So, yes. So that is loaded. Now, print. This is a dual color keychain. I don't know why there's a dual color on the stick. It's a Core 1. Benji rules, Benji bunkers, spatula. We have the Scandic plate overhang test, rocket engine, the robot alpaca. It's a 4-hour and 36-minute print. Lighthouse without Banshee. So the printer itself is using a binary G-code, meaning this is not the normal typical G-code file that you send to most of the printers, maybe all of them. I don't know which printers that they that is using binary G codes, but this one uses. So we are going to print one. We can use the knob. We can also use that one. Wait. board. So this is a PLA print. Now I have Peggy loaded. PLA. This is so funny. I want to print something, but in order to do that, I need to change filament type. Then we now do that. So I'm going to look further. And then the last couple of gummy bears after the calibration is done. Let's do that as well. I mean, you can say whatever you want about Prusa, but I like the color combination. Black, orange, acrylic panels. Just look how nice this looks like. Maybe I can do it from the app. So there is an LED strip here, but I wonder how they are turned on. Where? Control. So it seems that the chamber light isn't working. Okay, so that's interesting. So it seems that the wire for the light isn't turned in. I mean, at least it isn't working. So basically what I can do, if I want to, I'm going to easy print. I can, what I also can do, I can go to printables like that, and find the model. Any idea what to print? Something useful. Moai face. Now I'm here in the Volkswagen Golf GTI MK1 kit card, something like this. I can do what I want, basically. I can print a chicken jockey. So a dragon mecha hat. So here I can click download. But what I also can do is click on easy print. Easy print. Continue. So it is now loading the model. Filament. I have selected the Prusa Core 1. But G. There are now more filament brands in there, so that's good. We are going for Prusament. Let's see if Prusament is in there. bed G. Yeah. Color. We have a gray one. Light gray. Update color. So settings. We are going for balanced. I am not really sure if supports are needed. Organic. I am not really sure if I would need any filaments or any if I would need any oh, maybe I should. No, wait. Hold your horses. I'm going to print something better. A soda can holder for my monster. Delete. I'm not really sure. No. I'm just going to print this one. Organic. Infill 15%. Yeah, I think that is good. So you can click on preview, then it's going to be processed. This is so handy. But I think that the chamber light isn't working as maybe because the wire isn't connected correctly. Maybe I should check that. At first I didn't like, but now I grew on me the color. Yeah. So this is a 5 hour, 8 minute and 25 second print. It's long, right? Yeah, so basically there is one light here, which I didn't see. Is there a light here? Yeah, so the status bar that you normally would have on the Mark IV underneath the display is now moved to the but the chamber lights should also be working. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn off the printer and then check on the back side and follow all the wires and see if I forgot something. Because this is now the time in order to do that. Because if the chamber light is on, you would see something like this. These are normal white RGB lights. And I also don't see that light also not turning on. So let's do that first. Switching off the printer. Easy print can wait for a second. Let's do that first. So. Good morning. XY Bur Cyber Tech. Here it's almost like evening. Yeah, 30 minutes is evening. So, then slowly take it out. So I'm going back to this page here. Assembly. So the heated bed. So the wire is it's red, white, yellow, black. That is the colors of the wire. And the wire is going from this side. So it's coming in from this side. Yeah, so I need to take this off then, which I'm not going to do. It's going in here. Oh, there was one that wasn't connected. That one is seated in. And the NFC is there. What does it write here? Route the RGB through the left hole in the X body and connect it to the so in here. What was the second one then? Yeah, but officially I didn't start a print yet. If you're going to start the print, it's going to show the status. But the other one next to it wasn't connected, and that is the... Oh, wait, hold. I'm looking at the wrong one. Core XY assembly. Tom works if it's easier. Tom works if it's easier. Yeah, so part RGB, motors, belts. Yeah, the belt was pretty simple. My name is Tom. Tom works if... Oh, okay. Oh, like that. I'm sorry, yeah. Cybertech. So here we have this light. Yes. Yes. Uh-huh. And the motors are sitting on top. Mm-hmm. So the orange is the chamber thermistor. The other one are dead. And then the two stepper motors, yes. And the green one is going to sit in here. I believe that the RGB light is now also going to work. Yeah. Should be working now. So we are going to take the cover. We're going to place it back. Just imagine getting a Prusa XL as a assembly kit. So then I'm going to take the power cable, and then I'm going to connect it to the socket here so that there's not too much tension on the printer or on the wire. I mean, There is the light. I mean, I was seeing the light, and I was sounds weird, huh? I saw the RGB, and I knew that it were some bright LED lights, and I was like, but there should be an option to turn it on and off. And I think now, I think control. I think maybe it's a thing that's always on, you know. You see, I can adjust it as I want to. I can even turn it off. Nice. Okay, so here we go. So, we have easy print. Everything is so far done. Print. And now you also see the LED status bar. Yeah, it's open. Or you see here, printing time. You see also a little status indicator. Gas lift. Next, change in NA, but you will see how much time every step will take. It is looking great. And And also for the plans that I have in the near future, if a printer works very well, quick and reliable, I see a money-making machine, to be honest. Because next to my 3D printing YouTube channel, I also want to do some print farming. Yeah, so basically, if you send that by easy print directly to the printer, you get a very large number of characters with dashes and stuff like that. If you want to find it back what you did print, this is, for me, this is a way of printing that I usually don't do, because my studio is also the place where I do printing. So it's very rarely that I send print over from my handy to the printer. But basically, if the printer is if the printer is in standby, I know which kind of filament there is on there and has more than enough. I can easily print outside of my house, absorbing heat. Yeah, you do that. And so this kit in total, without extra additional sheet and tags, was like was like almost 1100 euros, also shipping. Like it says here also on the side, the Core 1 is it says here, the Core 1 is fast with every print, or with every filament, not specialized ones. Don't limit projects with small selection of specialized high-speed filaments. Use any PLA, PETG, or any other advanced materials, while the Core 1 is our fastest 3D printer yet, thanks to its robust Core XY kinematics, high flow nozzle, input shaper, and factory tuned print profiles for 200 plus filaments. It never sacrifices quality for quicker print times. So you get. Is that a cable chain here? Yeah, looks like it. So the first versions came with a cable chain instead of a arm. Nou, hier is nog printen, jong. I mostly use for monitoring printing. Yeah. I mean, like, if you want to see the status, but you are not at home. I mean, with the Bamboo Handy app, you can basically do the same thing with their printers. But I'm more concerned about the security features, the security issues, you know. And not this one, but the Mark IV with an enclosure is what I have recommended the company that I work for, because the engineers were looking for a printer that they can use for engineering stuff. And I said, like, you know, no problem. They have a high security thing. They don't allow a lot of things inside of the company network, and what they print, it needs to be secured. Yes, but I use Bamboo Handy. Well, no problem. I mean, hey, if it works for you, it's fine. I did also use it for a long time. Nowadays, I'm using for slicing Orca Slicer. I didn't do the upgrades. Oh yeah, the P1S and oh yeah, the and the 3V3KA, nice printer. Jong, is er nog lang nodig? Yeah, and a fully assembled one is 1,349 euros. And then without tax is 1,114 euros. I like a Prusa, but space and wallet not allowed right now. Yeah, I understand. I also, even though I have a bigger space now than my previous studio, like 2 by 3 meters, every wall was straight. So for me, it was easy to put shelves there and then stack printers. I mean, like 22 or 23 printers in one room. Huh, no problem. But here, even though the floor size is larger, I cannot place everything. So my room is a mess. I mean, behind my workbench, there are a lot of cartons from the Core 1 build. It's basically a mess. Here in front is also a mess. Here the chair with some carton on it, and then there as well. So yeah, later on today I'm going to start cleaning everything up, and yeah, swap that printer out for this one once it is done. I need to print TPU, so it's going to be fun. No, I need a TPU for the threads for the dead racer. So previously with the Prusa Mini, with the smooth build plate, I had a lot of issues. But after that, they claim on the Mark IV and also now on the Core 1, they claim to have the perfect first layer. So, why would I bother? You know, it's going to work every single time. So they said. Yeah, so like mentioned, this printer does do the bed leveling on only the part on the in the area where the print is going to be printed, not the full bed size. Yeah, and if I'm looking to the animation, how they take out all of the metal parts for the Prusa Core 1 to show the Core XY kinematics. Yeah, they basically take these sides off, but you have also here all the rivets. So chamber temperature is now also shown. It's 35 degrees. The heated bed is 84, and printing temp is 250 degrees C. Should be all fine, right? So if you do some belt tensioning and you are going to do certain stuff, please make sure to loosen the belts first in order to, you know, do what you need to do. So currently 13 people watching, 4 likes. The filament that I'm using is from Polymaker. It's, oh no, it's not Polymaker. This normal PETG filament from Prusa. Sorry, I got into the role of polyfill again. No, the thing is not strong enough. Maybe I'm too strong. I don't know. But they say like if you're, it's a different kind of block sides stuff like that from Prusa, especially about tensioning the belts on the Core 1. So what happened is that during the assembly, I noticed that the rail or the brackets where the rail was attached to was, you know, not straight. So, but they don't say that you have to do it at that moment, you know. They only say it after everything is all done. But then Zach was like this morning, like, oh, the belts are loose, just tighten them. Oh yeah, I put the whole frame to, or the whole gantry to the front, and on the right side it was looking nice. It was flush with the tensioner. But on the other side, it was like finger thick space, and I was like, that's not right. So I tried to press with my hand a little bit, but you know, it's less movement. And if you know metals and stuff like that, you need to have something on the other side in between, and then squeeze as much as possible. So I did. I I took one of those, you know, there's a little bit space, and then I could pull. So I was doing that, and suddenly it snapped, and I was like, fuck, what do I need to do? What happened? And then I moved the gantry a little bit to the back, and then I saw that this was loose. I mean, like, just exactly where the screw and the square nut are, just snapped in half. So I was like, yeah, but then I start reading what it says. If you are going to level it out so that if you're pushing it all the way to the front, that they are on both sides against the belt tensioners, you have to loosen the belts just a tiny bit, so that if you start pulling, that not the whole gantry is being pulled by the belts. I know. I found it out the hard way. Almost the hard way. Or maybe it was the hard way. I don't know. Yeah. So it's printing. So next time I will be ordering some. Oh, this is cool. You're getting a splash screen or a screensaver, and it says here print will end today at 10 o'clock p.m. Nice, 1%, and of course the image from the model itself. Until you touch the screen, and then so there's a sleep timer function in there. So this light is going off, the screen is going into the state where what you just saw. Nice. The other day I spent more than an hour on Polymaker. You did? On Polymaker, you were looking at Polymaker filaments. Yeah, I heard Polymaker saying something like that as well. He looks all the time to Polymaker filaments. I'm like, dude, you don't have anything else to do? You know what he said? To leave him alone. Yeah, oops. Yeah, sometimes you have to break to learn. Yeah, that's the snapping truth. Now, I don't know how about you, but if I see some little debris on print beds, I have the tendency to take it off. I think other people as well. So I see this line here, and it's annoying me a little bit. So I want to open the door and then take it out, but then if I do, then the print is going to pause. So yeah, the Prusa Core 1. And of course, if I would maybe buy a second one, I will assemble it as well during a live stream and see if I can be more faster. I was like, oh yeah, like 6 hours, 7 hours? Yeah, I could do that. Then I learned that people made some preparations in order to be fast with building. In here I was looking on the table like, no. Yeah. So the next thing, what is going to be printed on this one is with TPU. I have never printed TPU before, and I am really eager to see and I'm eager to see how this printer is going to perform, because I need a lot of threads. I need like no support needed. I need to have 64 pieces of thread. So you can disable the door settings in the sensor in the settings. Yeah, but this is the TPU. This is Peggy. Better to leave the door closed. And there are some other small things that I still need to print for the dead racer. And I'm thinking about it like, shall I make sure to have everything in order to start to bring it along with me to Remurf? Then I also need to have the battery pack, like 7.4 volts. I think 500 milliamps. Yeah. Oh, so the battery pack is a 7.4 volts, 5,200 milliamps, 2S LiPo battery with a TX60 plug. Anyways, yeah, I said to my wife that I will be streaming for 2 hours. It's now 2 hours and almost 10 minutes. Yeah, 2 hours and 10 minutes almost. Yeah, I'm not really sure if I'm going to do a live stream tomorrow for the Dead Racer build. Maybe on Monday. I don't know. But I also need to prepare 2 videos or 3 videos at least. One needs to be reviewed by a manufacturer, from some product that I have standing here somewhere. That video needs to be reviewed first to see if everything is, I don't want to say according to their will, but you know, just as a little check. I'm not planning to change a lot on the video, so probably the video will come out on Wednesday, maybe Friday, but we will see. Anyways, so if you made it this far in the live stream, thank you for being here. You are amazing. I will see you in the next stream. And just a little ad from our amazing Polymaker Filaments. Peace. Bye.
So when it comes to 3D printing, I always like to use Polymaker, and especially their new Panchroma filaments. They are amazing, and I still don't understand why not more people are using Panchroma from Polymaker. It's the best filament, having also a lot of colors. Look at how beautiful that looks like. My gosh, I know, Zach, I don't know where he is, he just left. And I thought, like, why not making a little advertisement of Polymaker? Go to polymaker.com and get your Panchroma or many other amazing filaments from Polymaker. I know, this sounds a little bit sketchy, but trust me, if you are looking for some filaments, don't look any further. Just head out to polymaker.com or maybe Panchroma. Oh, let's head over to that. Let's copy one of your amazing spools and say hi from Polyfilm.